This thing has been leaving my wrist 24/7 for the past 2 weeks. Actually, it's not 24/7 per se. I do take it off when I'm showering. And that's it. This is a rather simple fitness tracker kind of thing that's accessible to everyone because of the cost and ease of use. So, should you guys get this instead of the best in the market, the Apple Watch? Throughout this review, I will lay out some point that why you should get this instead of the Apple Watch, especially for my tech brother out there that's looking for a fitness tracker. I will share my experience and thought while going through the hardware and software of this device. Let's go. Let's get the obvious external part of the way first. This is a one-size-fits-all fitness tracker with a multiple hole on the band. It should be able to fit everyone nicely. In my opinion, you shouldn't fully tighten the band that visually press into your skin. For example, this is as much as I can tighten the band around my wrist, but it is quite uncomfortable. With this tight, you may get a slightly more accurate heart rate, but in my opinion, it's not worth it. I normally just set 1 to 2 notch down to get a happy medium in both comfort and accurate result. 1 notch down when I'm exercising and 2 notch down when I'm relaxing and chilling. Okay, now for the highlight feature of this Mi Band 6 compared to its predecessor, the Mi Band 5. And that's the screen. It is now a 1.56 inch 226 ppi screen compared to the 1.1 inch screen in the Mi Band 5. Not much of an improvement in the number itself, but trust me, it is huge. Just like the Apple Watch Series 3 went to Series 4, the screen improvement, if that could help you to imagine. So with a full screen display, out with its capacitive touch button, and all things will be controlled by swiping. More detail in the software in a minute. Flipping the band around, we can see all sensors included by this Mi Band 6. A heart rate monitor in green light, and the SpO2 sensor for the blood oxygen tracking, just like the highlight feature in the Apple Watch Series 6. At the side, you can see there's a magnetic charging port, and that's all underneath the tracker itself. The whole tracker itself does not stand out the crowd much, especially using the included black wristband. But you could always change it to all those colorful band, or even leather or metal band for Amazon or Alibaba. And that's all for the hardware part of thing. Moving on to the software, and it's quite straightforward. I'm not going to detail on all the feature and function that this Mi Band 6 include, but there are some key feature and things that I enjoy using that I'd like to share with you. First off, is the screen, or more precisely, the information that the screen presents. At least for me, the whole purpose of this fitness tracker is to kickstart my lazy ass to get moving. So, by using this default watch face, did a lot to boost up my little motivation to get exercise or at least get moving by setting up a daily step count. There are quite a lot of watch face to choose from in the Mi Fit apps. You can even push a custom watch face. But for me, the blue bar that shows how close I am to my daily goal and calorie burn really motivate me to keep going. Scrolling through the band itself, you can see there are 30 plus exercises to choose from. So you can choose whatever exercise you are doing to keep track of your progress. One of the main highlights of this band is the SpO2 sensor. If you watch a lot of reviews regarding the Apple Watch Series 6, you know that this sensor is not very important and does not produce accurate result, especially on our wrist, where normally blood oxygen is normally tracked through our fingertips. So the sensor is not too useful for most of the user. There is also a sleep breathing quality monitoring toggle in the Mi Fit apps. They utilize the SpO2 sensor to track your breathing score, but it will significantly affect the battery life of the Mi Band 6, where the battery life is not too great to begin with, at least not per advertise. So I didn't even try this feature. It's also said in the apps when you try to toggle it on, it says it's for reference purpose only. So there you go. Since we are on the topic of battery, the advertised battery is 14 days. But with the feature I turn on here and there, the maximum I can get is around 7 days. This is without turning on the sleep breathing quality monitor and continuous stress monitoring. So the battery life will get even worse if you turn on this setting. But for me, or those of us that charge our phone daily, charging these bands once a week doesn't seem like a chore. And it can be fully charged from 0 to 100% in an hour. So if you put it on charge whenever you're showering, you will never run out of battery. Ever. Finally, I also do use this band to remind me if I'm sitting too long, drink water once an hour, and get notification from my phone. Since the notification is just one look away without looking at the phone, it is quite a new experience for me. One major downside is there is no voice to text feature or phone call built into the band. So if you want to reply to a message, you still have to pick up your phone. But hey, you could at least ignore some of the notifications that you find not important. Some other small thing I would like to highlight is that this does not equip with any fast processor, so the animation scrolling through the band is a bit slow, but it is still bearable. And there is no built-in GPS in your band. If you want to run with this band, you have to bring your phone along with it, if you care much about the map itself. There you have it. Similar to most of you guys who want the best of the best and would like to get the Apple Watch, where I normally don't wear anything around my wrist, like ever, and this is the first time. Taking out a big chunk of money for the uncertainty that I will give up halfway, or the watch will only end up as a notification device only, and that's not a smart move. Try something that is cheap and affordable on whether this kind of fitness tracker or smartwatch is suitable for you before getting an Apple Watch, the best of the best. But hey, you might just find this Mi Band 6 just enough for what you want. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoy my content. Thanks for watching. Ciao.